let's talk about Discord. Now, the game has a chat function, and a lot of discussion can happen there, and they do have an in-game translation. Uh, though I do, it's not the greatest, and so I will sometimes take a moment to copy stuff into Google Translate to double check. But, it's all there. But the thing is, you can't share screenshots if someone's doing something wrong, if somebody asks a question. And so when I first started playing, almost 3 years ago now, I was introduced to Discord. It is another app that you have to download from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store or wherever. But it's this nice little app, and you click on it, and you can join you can create servers. They've got different templates. They it can be used for a lot of different things. I use some people use WhatsApp or other things like that. I don't like them because they require you to use your phone number. And I do my best to keep things as private as possible. I'm also not very knowledgeable per se about some internet things, so I'm not sure how good a job I'm doing. But one thing I do know is that I am not giving out my phone number to strange apps. Discord, you can use an email address, and so I use my spare email address that I use for things where to help protect my privacy. Anyway, so you sign in, you do your stuff. You can join a server. You can create a server. You can join a server. There are invite codes. For example, in my alliance, the invite codes for our Discord, which is this one right here, and for, I believe, this Kingdom Discord, are on the bulletin board of my alliance. And so a lot of alliances create their own. There's also the official Puzzles and Conquest Discord, where you can see that they've got some stuff, general chat, event thoughts, suggestions, some other things. You can, if you're looking to recruit people to your alliance, or if you're in an alliance that's looking for a new home, there's channels for that. I'll go take a look at that. So, just various things. And then some guides for various events and such. Some tips and info. There's also Jungle Guide. I am going to show the invite code for this, but I don't know if it'll actually work. I'm not sure if you have to be in a certain role to invite people. So let me... Okay, how do I see it's not showing a link. It's asking me, so I don't know. You can try contacting people in high up and see if they know how to do this. But the main thing is, so in the server for my alliances, I've got general stuff, where it's just general information. I have a bot that automatically posts when Valiant Conquest is coming. This was an announcement about getting the Hunter Tactic rewards. So anybody who's in my server, got a message on that. I also have things like information on upgrading. I have this plan of how I help people upgrade their castles, how the entire alliance helps. Off-topic stuff, like this was a shed I was working on that kept me distracted for a few days. See if I can find some cooler stuff. Yeah, these should have been under the fur babies. Pets, like my dog. People share photos of their pets. It's not very unfortunately, I've never really had much luck in having players who are very keen on this sort of thing. I remember shortly, one of the very early Battle of Sarneesias in K85. We were, our opponent was an alliance in K87, and I had already done, because I had first started in K72. So I had contacted them with my usual deal for Battle of Sarnesia, and not only did they accept that, they were thrilled that, oh hey, this is a thing people do, but they also invited me to join their Discord for the length of the event, to make it easier to communicate, if somebody was doing the wrong thing. And they used a voice channel on it. You can see there are voice channels down here. And it was kind of awesome, they discussed strategy and stuff. They were very lucky that I'm way too honest for my own good, so I didn't share any of their strategies with my players. I kept it very separate. But it was just a really neat thing to see. But I've never had that kind of luck with players joining. So anyway, but the point, it's an attempt to be more social, sharing memes and stuff. I like that one. I'm not sure what's under this tips one. Oh, this was somebody, it was supposed to be tips for Discord, but then somebody got confused and discussed other things. This is supposed to, there's feedback polls in Jungle Guide, and this is supposed to link to that, but for some reason it never works. It works once or twice, but then it's like they reset it or something. And then I've got some information for events. Not very many, and honestly, now that I've started the YouTube channel, I will probably, in the future, any events that I add, I will probably just, do a thing for it and then put in a link to the YouTube video on it. But anyway, it can be helpful. And then there's also, you can connect with people personally. This is one of my players. He was confused about something, and given the language barrier, he doesn't speak English. He showed me screenshots of kind of what he was confused about. It was mainly these chests, and so then I did a series of photos pointing out, okay, I took his photo, that's what he was asking about, and so then I did a series of photos pointing out where the items from those chests can be used. And then he also asked for some advice on heroes. But anyway, so yeah, that's, oh, and most importantly, at least, one of the reasons why I do encourage people, if your alliance has a Discord server, is the event announcement pages. You can see I've got one labeled Events K85 and Events K179, and there are these bots that automatically announce events. So earlier, to 24 hours before we're running Monster Hunt in K85 tomorrow, it posted it so people know. And if you mark that yes, you're going to be there, then I think it's 15 minutes before, there is a place to set it, but it's been so long I don't remember where. you can change it. But for me, if I mark accepted, if I do that green check mark, it will send me a notification 15 minutes before reminding me. And I have that one's for K85, and then K179. I don't have quite as many done because while it's pretty much settled that the first Monster Hunt and Gate of the Abyss are going to be done at 6 p.m. my time, that does show that this in your local time. This is when it's being done my time. You know, the first two are set for 6 p.m. my time. The second ones are set. Currently, we've been doing them at noon my time. But it's still a bit of a toss-up. We're still trying to figure out, I'm still trying to get people to tell me when they're available for events. Is there a better time for our European members? It's going a bit slow. But anyway, so yeah, it's the Discord. If your alliance has one, it can be very helpful. Having a kingdom Discord can be helpful when it comes to discussing problems in the kingdom. Like if you get attacked and you need to show the battle log, but you don't want to pay the 500 diamonds to show it in the kingdom chat in the game, then you can go to the kingdom Discord and show it there. Yes, we do have two. Somebody had set up one, but it was too bot filled, and then I guess the player stopped playing or something, so nobody uses that one, and we started a new one. So maybe if I copy the link, and then I gotta find a place to show it. All right. Okay, so this right here is the link to the Kingdom Discord. Now there is I will mention there is a downside if you, of course, if you don't speak English, you're probably not watching this video anyway. But it's not, there are bots that will do translation. As you can see, let me see if I can find some of them. Likes to do little bots when people join. Pris is French. Whenever she says something, Mr. Translate then repeats it in English. And then I think if some people say things in English, it'll translate to French. I'm not too clear on the whole translation thing. It's not something I'm very good at. So, you know, if you do join Discord and you're in a server where there's people using different languages, ask somebody. But yeah, so that's Discord. I highly recommend it. I know some people don't like it. I'm not entirely sure. You know, some people said they've had problems with it. I've been using it for 3 years and I haven't noticed anything. So yeah, and it's just an additional way to share information. So, you know, I highly suggest looking into it.